Hello, I am Ui Sisongkam and I am interviewing for the Content Creator internship at Kohl's Corporation. My most valuable strength is the ability to take on challenges and do well at it. For example, when I worked at the casino, there are about 15 different table games that we can learn, and I eventually learned it all. And the hardest one was craps, and I took time off, not from work, but I took extra time off outside of work to perfect the game and do well at it. And towards the end of my time at Potawatomi, I ended up being on the game a lot more than a lot of the other people because I guess I did really well. Another thing I'm really good at is the ability to solve problems. I get like this internal brainstorm of things, and I remember a lot of things that people would consider invaluable, but they always come in handy sometimes. Especially when it comes to math problems, I always find easier ways to figure things out, and I had to use that a lot during my time at dealing cards to make things easier. And yeah. Have you ever helped another person reach their goals? Yes, actually, there was this one time at my grandma's community home or something. Someone didn't speak English really well. They spoke Spanish, and I remember taking Spanish in high school, but I wasn't fluent in it. So I touched up on it a little bit at home, and then she was complaining about how no one spoke Spanish at the community center. So I learned a little bit, and I eventually helped her get things done. I mean, it wasn't elaborate, but it was nice to help someone feel comfortable in a place where they didn't belong, you know? And I guess her goal was to communicate better with the people there, and I think I helped enough so that she was comfortable communicating with everybody else. What was your favorite project? At my ad, we had to do a project that involved making shelter for people in war crisis or something, refugees kind of thing. And that was my favorite project because it related to real life, and I like working with things that involve realistic problems that will realistic problems that involves realistic solutions, sort of to say. And we had to plan out. I love the planning process of it. We planned out everything. We brainstormed. We drew out everything, and then we ended up making it. And we had to literally make it out of cardboard and whatever was available. So that was my favorite project because it was really hands-on and realistic. It wasn't like a fantasy solution that we had to come up with, so that was fun. Tell me how you respond to after a failure. After I fail at something, I like to reevaluate it and see where I went wrong. And if it's something that I cannot change, I will find a different solution for it. Otherwise, I think we have to just deal with it and move on. We can't dwell on it too often, or else we can't move forward with it. Tell about a time you missed a deadline. Doing online schooling is really difficult. I've missed a few deadlines, but I think a big part of missing deadline is finding out ways to make up for it, or seeing if we can move forward with like our mistakes. See, I've missed what I learned from missing deadlines at online schooling is I don't know if it's the right thing for me. I guess it's a learning experience. I don't think that this way of learning is the best way for me. I'm getting used to it, but I'm starting to realize that my strengths are when I'm physically somewhere. So, how do you respond to feedback? Feedback's good. All feedback is good. It's better than no feedback. You don't want to leave someone hanging or anything. It's very courteous of the person giving the feedback. Their time is very valuable. So, regardless if it's negative or positive, all feedback is fine. And if it's a negative feedback, I always try to see like their point of view. If I can, what's that word? If I can empathize with where they're coming from, and just see what I did wrong, or what do you call it? See what they thought I did wrong, and if it's like a positive feedback, then that's good. But yeah, all feedback is fine, basically. Alright, I guess that's it. Thank you for your time.